Remember July 19th, 2024? It was the day the internet took an unexpected nap. Okay, maybe nap is too gentle a word. It was more like the internet tripped on a digital banana peel and took a tumble, leaving millions of us staring at blank screens and spinning loading icons. For a few tense hours, the world held its breath. Was this a temporary blip or something far more serious? Now, you might be thinking, Bill, the internet goes down all the time. What's the big deal? And you wouldn't be entirely wrong. We've all experienced those frustrating moments when the Wi-Fi decides to play hide and seek, but this was different. This wasn't just a local outage or a slow connection. This was a global hiccup that rippled through the very fabric of our digital lives. Imagine a world without Google Maps, online banking, or instant messaging. Picture hospitals struggling to access patient records or airports brought to a standstill because of ticketing system failures. This wasn't just about missing out on the latest cat videos, though that's always a tragedy in its own right. This was about the critical infrastructure we rely on every single day suddenly going dark. Thankfully, the outage was relatively short-lived, but it served as a stark reminder of just how vulnerable our hyper-connected world really is. And it underscored the vital role that technology, particularly artificial intelligence, plays in keeping the internet humming and our digital lives on track. Okay, so what actually happened on July 19th? Well, it wasn't aliens, I can tell you that much. It turns out the internet's woes stemmed from a perfect storm of technical glitches. Think of it like a domino effect, but instead of dominoes, we're talking about complex computer systems. At the heart of the problem was a software update gone wrong. This update, intended to improve the security of a widely used internet protocol, contained an unforeseen error. This error, in turn, triggered a chain reaction of failures across multiple servers and networks. It was like someone accidentally hit the off switch on a crucial part of the internet's infrastructure, causing a ripple effect that spread far and wide.
Now, you might be wondering why such a critical system didn't have safeguards in place to prevent this kind of cascading failure. And the truth is, it did. The internet is designed with redundancy in mind, meaning that if one part fails, others can pick up the slack. But this particular glitch exploited a weakness in the system, a vulnerability that no one had anticipated. The good news is that engineers and technicians around the world sprang into action, working tirelessly to isolate the problem and restore connectivity. But the incident served as a stark reminder that even the most sophisticated systems are not immune to errors. And it highlighted the need for constant vigilance and innovation in the face of ever-evolving cyber threats.
Remember what I said about critical infrastructure? Well, the internet isn't just about cat videos and social media, though those are important too. It's the backbone of our modern world, connecting everything from power grids and transportation systems to financial institutions and healthcare providers. So when the internet stumbles, the effects can be felt far and wide. Let's start with air travel. Imagine thousands of passengers stranded at airports because airlines couldn't access their reservation systems, or flights grounded because of communication breakdowns between pilots and air traffic control. That's precisely the chaos that unfolded in many parts of the world on July 19th.
Then there's the financial sector. Banks rely on real-time data transfer for everything from processing transactions to managing investments. When those connections went down, it sent shockwaves through the global economy. ATMs stopped dispensing cash, online payments were disrupted, and stock markets experienced temporary freezes. It was a stark reminder of just how reliant we've become on digital finance. And let's not forget about healthcare. Hospitals and clinics depend on the internet for everything from accessing electronic health records to conducting remote consultations. During the outage, some healthcare providers were forced to revert to pen and paper, delaying treatments and putting lives at risk.
Okay, so the internet took a tumble. Not great, right? But here's where things get interesting. In the aftermath of the July 19th glitch, artificial intelligence, or AI, emerged as a true digital hero. Think of AI as a team of super smart detectives working tirelessly behind the scenes to solve the mystery of the outage and get things back online.
Here's how it worked. AI-powered systems were able to sift through mountains of data, network logs, error messages, traffic patterns, far faster and more efficiently than any human team ever could. They were able to quickly identify the source of the problem, pinpoint the faulty software update, and even suggest potential solutions.
But AI didn't stop there. Once the problem was identified, AI-powered tools were deployed to help mitigate the damage and restore connectivity. These tools were able to reroute traffic, balance network loads, and even identify and isolate affected systems to prevent further disruptions. It was like having a team of digital first responders on hand to contain the damage and get the internet back on its feet.
The July 19th glitch was a wake-up call, no doubt. But it was also a powerful demonstration of AI's potential in the realm of cybersecurity. As our reliance on the internet continues to grow, so too will the importance of AI in keeping our digital lives safe and secure.
Imagine a giant game of digital whack-a-mole. That's what it was like for governments around the world as they scrambled to respond to the July 19th internet outage. It was a stark reminder that in our hyper-connected world, a glitch in one corner of the internet can have ripple effects that reach every corner of the globe.
From the White House to 10 Downing Street, government leaders were suddenly thrust into crisis mode. Emergency meetings were convened, task forces were assembled, and frantic calls were made to tech giants and cybersecurity experts. The goal to understand the scope of the problem, assess the damage, and most importantly, figure out how to get things back online as quickly as possible.
The response wasn't always pretty. Some governments, caught off guard by the scale of the outage, struggled to coordinate their efforts. Others found themselves hamstrung by outdated infrastructure and a lack of clear protocols for dealing with such a widespread digital disruption. But amidst the chaos, there were also signs of progress.
The July 19th glitch underscored the need for greater international cooperation on cybersecurity issues. It highlighted the importance of investing in resilient digital infrastructure and developing clear lines of communication between governments, tech companies, and cybersecurity experts.
So the internet went down, chaos ensued, and governments scrambled. Not exactly a recipe for a good time, right? But as with any crisis, the July 19th internet glitch offered valuable lessons that we can't afford to ignore.
First and foremost, the outage highlighted the fragility of our digital infrastructure. We've become so reliant on the internet for everything from communication and commerce to transportation and healthcare that even a temporary disruption can have cascading effects throughout society. It's a stark reminder that we need to invest in more robust and resilient systems that can withstand such shocks.
Second, the glitch underscored the importance of cybersecurity. As our reliance on the internet grows, so too does our vulnerability to cyber attacks, both malicious and accidental. The July 19th incident was a wake-up call, reminding us that we need to prioritize cybersecurity at all levels, from individual users to multinational corporations to government agencies.
But perhaps the most important lesson from the July 19th glitch is the power of collaboration. In the aftermath of the outage, we saw an unprecedented level of cooperation between governments, tech companies, and cybersecurity experts from around the world. This spirit of collaboration will be essential as we work to build a more secure and resilient digital future.
Now you might be thinking, Bill, is a truly glitch-proof internet even possible? And that's a great question. The internet is a complex beast, constantly evolving and expanding. But while we might never be able to completely eliminate the risk of outages, we can certainly minimize it. And guess what? AI is going to play a key role in making that happen. Imagine an internet that's constantly learning, adapting, and anticipating problems before they even arise. That's the promise of AI-powered cybersecurity. AI algorithms can analyze massive amounts of data in real time, identifying patterns and anomalies that might indicate a potential threat. They can then take proactive steps to neutralize those threats before they can cause any disruptions. Think of it like having a digital immune system for the internet. Just like our bodies can learn to recognize and fight off viruses, AI-powered systems can learn to identify and neutralize cyber threats. And the more data these systems are exposed to, the smarter and more effective they become.